Imagine the conversation when you know how something works, but based on what's at stake and what's involved, and tempers flaring for not being able to fully understand, which you also get. You fully understand for them, and you try to counsel or give solace and word, SOLICE and WORD, to calm habanero tempers, TEMPERS, for private words, and to try to avoid war. The thing is that when inside of, say, a Bermuda short, the two most trustworthy, the people you rely on for good things, let's just say we're back in a day where the respect of God and country was the main leading reason people did things. Not money, because money is what 2020, in this route, that's what is the most important thing to everybody around the world. There is zero people that care about doing the correct thing, doing the altruistic thing, doing the hard thing that it takes to get to the altruistic thing, and everybody's only concerned with themselves and money. That's all they care about. It's clear as day. So when you are the most accurate predictor with the most accurate human prediction capability, being that you are a god, a human god, or human goddess, and you forewarn the council together privately at the people in charge of keeping the eagle's eggs safe, so the organ of Earth keeps the humans safe elsewhere that don't know how the whole process works. When you are in KINGSMAN, KINGSMAN, private council, however, quote unquote, however that works, and you are sitting in that council, and the two most private eggs crawl out of the nest and join you, however that works, in order to keep one another safe. They assume you want a face-to-face meeting. If you're inside Kingsman Council, they assume that that royal council is safe enough for their truth and the truth of those men doing the correct things, or being able to lead men and have one another's back should anything happen. So here we are in the most trustworthy men that are supposed to live on the planet at any time. Those are the real-time men. And then there's two that go into the nest and come out of the nest in order to counsel with whatever men are living at the time. And usually those are the oldest wealth. They pass down. They've been trustworthy in the past. They pass down to their sons, their sons' sons, and so on and so forth. So they have a very long, extensive history of keeping the eggs, the couple, or the two hatched eggs, safe, waiting for the next hatch, or next batch, whatever, notch, whichever you want to use, to come back. But they come back if need be and the council needs. So that is how the working partnership with planetary elsewhere and this world works, always. But there are certain expectations that are expected and need to be met and cannot be put off or incorrectly sequenced or timed for any reason. So that's why it is so confusing for all of us, why it has led to this version of human when I came out of the eagle's nest to forewarn and accurately predict, as we knew, if you don't make in the circle, everybody has a different landmass that they're in charge of. Each one of their land masses is supposed to privately circle their own money, and if they encounter a separate issue, they're to protect themselves by bringing it up in front of the other brotherhood of other kingsmen with other lands that they're in charge of in governance and the longest extensive history with the land and the people of doing correctly. This is also this way the topmost secure that make everybody comfortable has a history, it's been documented, it continues, it exists, and it works in the manner that it was set up for. So when you break one of the arms of the people that were walking out of the nest to come meet with you to tell you so, why is it the brothers in the circle could not fix what was needed and what was really wrong? We tell you exactly what way the world will evolve in the most dangerous manner for all of the men in King's Circle, and then systemically going out from there. When you catch a bubonic plague, better yet, you catch Ebola, however it happens, first you have signs of fever. It's just a fever at first. You don't really know what it is until all of a sudden your eyes start bleeding and your nose and your mouth, your gums, all of you defecate so badly. It is a horrific. Your insides turn to gelatin. But it starts with a fever. And a fever, you don't know at first how dangerous it's going to be. So every fever that you get when that boiling point happens, you take the most serious precautions at everybody involved equally of could be brothers, but live in separate self-sustaining land masses. But you don't call on another brother unless you're in front of all the brothers. You bring it up there so all of the men are present. That's the way that works. Or you take private counsel with the two at the top of the eagle's nest that are the most trustworthy because they're the ones that need to make sure everybody is taken care of and that return the safety precautions with what's at stake. So now, and this goes on internally and eternally for as long as humans exist on this planet, on this working organ, which currently has not been working for some time. But we documented that and we let all the Kingsmen know. So now I don't understand. Why is there overlap in monetary? Why are they not self-sustaining the way that we set up in Brotherhood to keep everybody comfortable and helpful and secure for one another to then do whatever else we do? How did you let that break down? And why is the one egg hatched and still on the floor without any access to people, money, or the man that she was built for and born for, being that she's at the top of the eagle's nest and has walked down from Mount Olympus into the council for many generations since the last hatch appeared. We give you a hatchling, so this way we renew our vows with the king's men and the most trustworthy field agents or people that work multiple things and come together and work with one another to keep the safety as big as possible, but also as tight as possible when needed. So now why, when this is the case, and it's usually a 2,300 year cycle, I think is the last number we gave for accuracy, why have the people who are the parents of, when the next hatchling that is known from the last time and been verified and documented with all the most trustworthy men on the planet around the world, however that works, in private counsel, when we've given you these assurances and we've told you when and how, why have you let everything